With the NGO, I come annually to donate to the physically challenged, and I donate 80% to the hospital that taught me how to use crutches when I was young, and then 20% I take it outside of Accra. It could be Kumasi, it could be Tamale, wherever, just to bless people.
Is that a local company that taught you to use crutches?
Yes, it is orthopedic center at in Sawam, OTC. So I go there and I do my 80% donation. Last year I was here and I decided to go to Kumasi with my 20% to bless. I got on the flight, normal thing. They gave me the wheelchair, and we got to the point where they wheeled me to the bus. And then they pulled up this wooden thing to mount the bus, and then wheeled me onto the bus. We got to the flight, the stairs were down, and I asked, how am I going to get up there? They said, you have to climb. I said, well, when I bought my ticket, I told you guys I had a wheelchair. And when I got to the airport, you gave me a wheelchair. I need an assistant. So is there a lift that can put me up there so I can just walk in there? They said no. That is why they don't sell tickets to the physically challenged.
Wait.
That was quite...
The airline told you, after what you had gone through and you had complained, so at this point, were you at the bottom of the stairs of the aircraft?
Yes.
And who was talking to you, saying these things to you?
The lady who was working on the aircraft and standing by the gate. So I said, okay. Now, the guys at the bottom with the yellow jackets was trying to help me climb. She said, don't help us. I'm like, how? All right.
And
so,
this is an employee of the airline?
The airline. So then I had my 3 daughters with me, and they came with their friend who was white, a white girl. So she was like, Mrs. Bonzi, what is going on? So she tried pulling her, camera. But my thing was, it is my country. If I take her back, she can use that, and it's not pleasant. So I said, put down the camera. That's okay. Let me deal with them. So I managed to get on there. On my way back, I didn't complain because I knew it is acceptable by them. I'm only here for 2 weeks.
You managed to get
on the flight.
On the flight, using the stairs.
Using the stairs.
Without assistance.
Without assistance.
Without the wheelchair.
With
or your crutches.
I had to hold on to the stairs and then pull myself and then gradually get up there. Now, that was quite an experience.
And you faced the same challenge coming back to Accra.
Coming back to Accra, but I decided not to talk because I've already been insulted. So I just kept quiet.
Who's insulting you for? Who's insulting you for insisting that the law should be followed? Because there is a law that says make spaces, public spaces, accessible to persons with disabilities.
Right. But to tell me right out, that is why we don't sell tickets
when you had also indicated that you were a wheelchair user.
Right. So that is quite an insult, but that's okay. If it is accepted by your culture or the society,
did you take that up later with the airline?
It is going to be a waste of time because I'm here 2 weeks with my 3 kids and their friend. And time is against me. I mean, I wouldn't have that time to follow up.
But isn't that how people get away with this kind of stuff?
That is how they get away with it, and I guess that is why I'm on TV today. So fast forward, this year, I came in, did my donation, and I wanted to bless Tamale with 10 crutches. Bought the ticket, no fine print to tell me they don't sell tickets to disabled or whatnot. So I got to the airport, same procedure. So I followed. I'm not going to talk. If I want to get to Tamale, my aim is to bless people, so I'm not going to talk. I got on there, but on my way back, the same incident happened again, this time not to me. A lady who was a missionary worked here 20 years ago, and she worked with this lady who had a physical challenge. And the lady, for privacy reasons, I'm not going to mention names. The lady has been diagnosed with cancer. So she came all the way from America to visit her friend who had polio, 57-year-old woman, and now diagnosed with cancer. They have a common friend in Tamale, so she bought a ticket for this lady to go to Tamale and back. I was wheeled on the wheelchair, same scenario. I got on, fought myself, and got up there. Now, this lady is older than me, paralyzed from the hip down, cannot do anything with that part of the body. They wheeled the lady to the
bottom of the stairs.
To the bottom of the stairs. And they asked her to climb. She asked the same question, how? They said, you have to climb. After the back and forth, the same statement came again. This time, it was from the people helping at the bottom. You will be able to climb, and that is how you are able to, acquire a ticket.
They expect the lady to crawl, or they expected her to crawl her way up the stairs.
The sad part, today, 2022, this 57-year-old lady with polio, diagnosed with cancer, had her palm on the floor, put her hip on the ground, and climbed up like a kid to the flight, and then crawled like a baby, sat right behind me, and then fought her way to sit on the flight. Now, come on now. This is not nice. I mean, I managed to get on, but that really touched me. I can go back to the United States and live my normal life with domestic flights and everything else. But think about these people. Could it be that they are supposed to just sit by the roadside and beg for money so they can never afford a plane ticket? Is that the mission for them? So there's no accommodation created for them? Is that the message we're sending? I mean, for privacy reasons, I'm not going to say the airline, but they know this is going on. It's not beautiful. It's not pleasant.